Have you ever walked into a room and completely forgotten why you went in? Or perhaps you found yourself telling the same story twice to a friend, only to realize later that you already shared it yesterday. These moments can be frustrating, even a little scary, especially after 65. But let me tell you something deeply important today. Forgetting small things doesn't mean you're losing your mind. It simply means your beautiful brain, which has served you faithfully for decades, needs a little extra care now. Memory lapses are a normal part of aging, but that doesn't mean we should accept them without action. In fact, science shows that the brain continues to grow and adapt, even into our 80s and 90s. That means you have power, real power, to protect and even improve your memory naturally. Today, we're going to explore how to nourish your mind with the right foods, the right daily habits, the right spiritual practices, and the right awareness. Your memory is a sacred part of who you are. It holds your life stories, your loved ones, your laughter, your lessons. You deserve to hold on to that, and more. So stay with me as we uncover the most powerful, natural, and spiritually uplifting ways to sharpen your mind after 65. Let's protect your brain, honor your past, and light the way for your future. Why? Memory changes. After 65 As we age, many changes take place inside our bodies, but the brain often shows some of the earliest signs. After 65, you may begin noticing things like trouble finding words, forgetting appointments, or feeling mentally slower than usual. What causes this? One major factor is the natural slowdown of brain cells, or neurons. These cells are responsible for sending signals throughout your body and creating memories. With age, neurons may shrink, and communication between them may weaken. Another key player is neurotransmitters, chemicals like acetylcholine and dopamine that help with thinking, focus, and memory. As we age, levels of these chemicals tend to drop, making it harder to concentrate or retain information. Blood flow to the brain also decreases with age. The brain needs a steady supply of oxygen and nutrients to function properly. When blood flow slows, memory and focus suffer. Additionally, the brain shrinks slightly with age, particularly in the hippocampus, the region responsible for forming and storing new memories. But here's the good news. Mild cognitive changes don't equal dementia, and better yet, they're not permanent. You can support your brain with specific foods, habits, and natural remedies that help keep it young and active. Taking early action can make a world of difference. The sooner you begin caring for your brain, the longer you'll preserve not just memory, but independence, confidence, and joy. Natural foods that sharpen memory. Let's talk about food. Not just any food, but memory-boosting superfoods that have been shown in real studies to support brain health in seniors. Walnuts, brain-shaped for a reason. Isn't it interesting that walnuts look like tiny brains? That's not just coincidence. Nature is giving us a clue. Walnuts are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, especially alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, which supports brain cell structure and reduces inflammation. A study from UCLA found that higher walnut consumption is linked to better cognitive function across all age groups, including seniors. Just a small handful, about 7 whole walnuts a day, can help reduce brain fog and improve recall. You can sprinkle them over oatmeal, blend them into a smoothie, or just snack on them plain. Blueberries, the memory fruit. Blueberries are packed with antioxidants called flavonoids. These help reduce oxidative stress and inflammation in the brain, which are linked to memory loss and cognitive decline. Harvard researchers found that older adults who ate blueberries at least once a week showed slower rates of mental decline. They're also delicious and easy to enjoy, fresh, frozen, or blended into yogurt or porridge. Leafy greens, vitamin K and folate power spinach, kale, and collard greens are rich in vitamin K, folate, and lutein, nutrients that directly support brain health. A long-term study from Rush University Medical Center found that seniors who ate at least one serving of leafy greens daily had brains that performed 11 years younger. Try adding spinach to your omelet or having a green salad with dinner. Even A small serving every day makes a difference. Pumpkin seeds, magnesium and zinc for cognition. Pumpkin seeds are tiny but mighty. They contain magnesium, iron, zinc, and copper, all essential for brain function. Magnesium calms the nervous system, helping with focus and memory. Zinc and copper are involved in nerve signaling. A simple way to enjoy them is to roast them, with a pinch of sea salt, and snack during the day. They also go well on top of soups or in homemade trail mixes. Turmeric boosts BDNF and fights inflammation. Turmeric is a golden spice with powerful anti-inflammatory effects. It contains curcumin, which crosses the blood-brain barrier and boosts levels of BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which supports the growth of new brain cells. One study from India found that seniors who consumed turmeric regularly had better attention spans and improved memory scores. Add it to soups, stews, or warm milk at bedtime for a healing drink. Daily habits that protect brain health. Morning movement. Moving your body first thing in the morning increases blood flow to the brain, helping you wake up mentally as well as physically. It doesn't have to be strenuous. A 10-minute walk, gentle stretching, or even chair yoga can do wonders for your clarity. Exercise also increases the release of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, a protein that encourages the growth of new brain cells. It's like Miracle-Grow for your mind. Learning new things. Challenging your brain keeps it young. Just like muscles, the brain thrives on use. Try puzzles, learning an instrument, practicing a new language, or simply reading a new book. These activities create new connections in the brain, helping you build cognitive reserve, which protects against future decline. A senior who learns a new skill at 70 can show improved brain function at 80. It's never too late to learn. Social. Connection, isolation, and loneliness shrink brain function over time. Conversation, laughter, and shared stories stimulate memory regions in the brain. In fact, research shows that seniors who regularly engage with friends, family, or community groups have better recall and less risk of dementia. Phone calls, group activities, and even video chats can make a huge difference. Stay connected. Your brain thrives in loving company. The sleep and memory connection. Sleep is not just rest, it's repair time for your brain. While you sleep, your brain organizes memories, flushes out toxins, and strengthens connections between neurons. That's why poor sleep is one of the fastest ways to harm your memory. Seniors often struggle with insomnia, light sleep, or frequent waking. These issues can lead to forgetfulness, confusion, and slower thinking. Deep sleep, especially a stage called slow-wave sleep, is essential for memory consolidation. That's when your brain takes short-term memories and files them into long-term storage. Without enough deep sleep, your memories remain scattered and weak. To improve sleep naturally, stick to a sleep schedule. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day. Avoid screens before bed. The blue light interferes with melatonin, your sleep hormone. Drink herbal teas like chamomile or lemon balm. Create a bedtime ritual. A warm bath, soft music, or spiritual reading can prepare your body and mind for peace. Never underestimate the power of rest. Your brain is working hard while you sleep. Give it the time it needs to refresh and renew. Spiritual practices that strengthen the mind. Science and spirituality agree on one thing. A calm, focused mind is a healthier mind. And after 65, spiritual habits not only support your soul, they protect your memory too. Daily prayer or meditation can 15 minutes each morning to sit in silence, pray, or meditate has been shown to increase gray matter in the brain, especially in memory-related regions. It also lowers cortisol, the stress hormone that damages neurons over time. Close your eyes, take slow breaths, and focus on gratitude, on God's presence, or on peaceful thoughts. This practice creates a stillness in the mind that strengthens your memory and your spirit. Reading spiritual texts, reading the Bible, devotionals, or uplifting scriptures exercises memory in a meaningful way. Reflecting on verses and teachings stimulates thought, recall, and personal insight. all of which strengthen memory pathways. Write down a verse that speaks to you. Share it with someone. The more you engage with sacred wisdom, the more your brain builds lasting, joyful connections. Practicing forgiveness and letting go. Holding on to resentment creates chronic stress, which harms brain function. Practicing forgiveness, releasing emotional burdens, not only heals the heart but protects the mind. Let go of bitterness. Your memory, your peace, and your health will all improve. As the saying goes, forgiveness is a gift you give yourself. Avoid these 5 brain-damaging habits. Even with the best foods and habits, certain daily behaviors can quietly damage your brain. Awareness is the first step to prevention. Here are 5 habits you must avoid. Skipping breakfast. Your brain needs glucose. The right kind to function. Skipping breakfast deprives your brain of its first energy boost of the day. This can lead to poor focus, low mood, and slower memory recall. Try a protein-rich breakfast like eggs with spinach or oatmeal topped with berries and nuts. It fuels your brain naturally. Sitting too long. Too much sitting slows circulation, especially to the brain. Over time, poor blood flow leads to poor memory. Every hour, stand up and stretch. Take a walk after meals. Movement keeps your brain alive. The high sugar intake. Too much sugar inflames the brain, disrupts memory, and increases the risk of dementia. Soda, sweets, and processed carbs are the worst offenders. Choose fruits, whole grains, and cinnamon-spiced teas to satisfy your sweet tooth naturally. Negative self-talk. If you keep telling yourself, "I'm getting old," or "I can't remember anything," your brain listens. This negativity increases stress hormones and shrinks memory centers. Speak with kindness. Say, "I am learning," "My brain is growing," or "Every day I get sharper." It makes a real difference. Multitasking. Doing too many things at once, like eating while scrolling your phone or watching TV while talking, overwhelms the brain and harms memory. Focus on one task at a time. Be present. Your memory will reward you. Early signs of memory decline. You must watch for early detection saves lives. Here are signs of memory problems that go beyond normal aging. Frequently repeating questions or stories, getting lost in familiar places, misplacing items in unusual spots, like the remote in the fridge struggling to follow simple instructions or conversations, mood changes, confusion, or fear in social situations. If these signs appear, it doesn't always mean Alzheimer's. Sometimes it's due to medication side effects, vitamin B12 deficiency, depression, or thyroid issues, all treatable. Don't wait. Talk to your doctor. The earlier you act, the better the outcomes. Remember, forgetting names or misplacing keys occasionally is normal, but a noticeable change in thinking, behavior, or communication should never be ignored. You are not powerless. You are not alone. And seeking help early shows strength, not weakness. Your memory is not just brain function. It is the light of your soul, the keeper of your joy, and the map of your life. And just like your heart or lungs, it deserves care, nourishment, and love. We've explored powerful ways to strengthen memory after 65, from healing foods and joyful habits to sacred sleep and spiritual practice. Each step you take brings you closer to a sharper mind and a more peaceful heart. So be kind to your brain. Feed it wisely, move it gently, rest it fully, and speak to it with faith. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It lets us know you care. Share it with a loved one who might need this message today. And don't forget to subscribe for more senior health videos, because your health, your peace, and your future matter deeply. May your days be filled with clarity. May your nights bring peace. And may your beautiful mind continue to shine. Until next time, take care of yourself, body, mind, and spirit.